Morning Durham Creative Care Sessions. While folks are kind of filing in and calling in, we just want to welcome you. This collaborative between the Dementia Inclusive Durham, and Time Slips Creative Storytelling. It's our joy to have you here this morning. So while you're calling in or while you're getting on your computer and just getting situated, go ahead and grab a pen or a marker and a sheet of paper. And while you're coming in, let us know where you're from. We've had folks from as many as 8 states for some of these Thursday mornings. And we just love to just chat it up with you and find out who you are, where you're from. A couple notes while folks are coming in. And again, welcome. On the bottom of your screen, if you're joining us from a computer, you have the ability to share your video and start your screen so we can see your smiling faces. If you prefer not to, that's completely fine. So you can just stop the video and just come as you are. It's among friends and we're just happy to have you here. So I'm going to turn it over to our facilitator this morning, Ebony. She joins us from New York. And without further ado, Ebony, thanks so much.
Good morning, everyone. I am so happy to be with you all today for another creative care session. My name is Ebony Noelle Golden, and I'm a Time Slips facilitator. I live on traditional Lenape land, also known as Manhattan. I was born and raised in Houston, Texas. Here in New York City, I work as a theater maker and a culture worker. I'm excited to be with y'all today. Our goal today is to let our creativity help us relax and enjoy this moment, and to feel connected to our community, again, by sharing in this experience and sharing our creativity. We'll record these sessions and have them available on the timeslips.org website under the resource tab. These are for you. So we hope you'll join us each week and also return to these as often as you like. Here's what we'll do today. I will introduce the framework for our session. I'll ask a beautiful question or questions, then guide you through ways we can explore that question using imagination. We will share some responses through the chat and our phones and microphones, and I will thank you, and we'll say goodbye for now. Here's how we'll roll. All you need is a pen or a marker and a piece of paper or two to make some notes if you like. Grab those if you don't have them already. If you cannot locate pen or paper, you'll be fine without it. During this session, we encourage you to shift away from the pressure and expectation of memory. Let's move together toward imagination and build on the strengths of expression that we all have in our imagination. This means that there are truly no wrong answers. Whatever comes up for you in the moment is the right answer. We are inviting each other into meaning making. We truly believe that everyone is creative. Creativity is an innate human trait. If you can breathe, you can create. These weekly sessions are part of a larger project in Durham. We are interested in your responses and are shaping them into a communal project that we will share in about a year. If you want to share your responses, please do. There are 3 ways to do that. You can use the chat feature if you're dialed into the Zoom webinar. We might even get you to signal us and share your thoughts into your phone or microphone. You can also email them to us at info@timeslips.org, or you can simply call and leave a recording of your response at this designated number. Here's the number: 1-800-220-1822, extension 1. If you choose to share, please tell us where you live. You don't have to leave your name unless you choose to. If you do leave your name, we'll only use your first name if we share your responses publicly. All right, we are ready for our moment of creative care. Let's start simple. Let's take a breath together. I invite you to inhale and exhale. Kathy, if you could please turn on everyone's microphone. Breathing is so important, and I would love to hear us breathe together. So one more time. Inhale.
Take a deep breath.
And exhale. Now we are ready for our beautiful question. Today's question is, what brings you joy? What brings you joy? Joy is becoming more and more important to me. I'm learning that even when I'm not happy, I can feel a deep sense of joy. Joy is not fleeting. I'm learning that joy comes from inside and isn't based on things or money or success. What brings you joy? I want to give us a moment to breathe this question and to contemplate this question for ourselves in this moment in your life. What has brought you joy in the past? What is bringing you joy in the present? What do you hope to bring you joy in the future? For me, it's the simple things. It really is, y'all. Like a sunny day. There's nothing like waking up and the sun is coming through the window. And that is something that when that happens, it just sets my day on the right track, you know? A friendly smile. I try not to underestimate when someone smiles. And mostly that's because, you never know what's going on with the person. So they could be having a hard day, but if they acknowledge you with a smile, oh my goodness, what an awesome way to connect, And to that connection, when I feel like I'm really being heard by a friend or a family member, or they're hearing me and I can hear them, that kind of connection, that is about intimacy and closeness is important to me. And then I also am in this time really thinking about how peace and being able to experience and express and just be in peace is so important to my joy, and is really kind of in step with what I believe joy to be. And so I want us to share, type something in the chat box about what brings you joy, and I want to hear from folks as well. So if we can, yes, okay, I see some things in the chat box already. Oh my goodness, a ripe strawberry. Oh yes, that is a joyful thing to have. Oh yes, okay, thank you. This is beautiful. My dog knitting gifts for others, especially for newborns. Yes, 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 yes. Hearing my son laugh and giggle, beautiful. Would anyone like to share? We have the option to unmute some folks, and we see what you are joyfully sharing in the chat box, but would anyone like to speak and say a few things? All right, Kathy has unmuted us. Anyone want to offer something? Okay.
I'll for something. I wrote it in the chat, and also I'll just say that, you know, what brings me joy is when a good song comes on the radio, or I just hear it even out of a car window, and I just do a little dancing right there on the spot.
Thank you, Nicole. It's so good to see your face, dear one, dear friend. Oh my. Anyone else? I heard someone speaking. We hear you, 910, if you would like to continue talking.
Oh, no, I'm trying to, this is Jack and Patsy. I hadn't been able to get it downloaded on my computer yet, so I'll just listen and enjoy. But we like to listen to birds singing early in the morning. That gives us peace.
Birds singing in the morning. Yes, that is beautiful, beautiful. It's reminding me of a few weeks ago when we could hear woodpeckers outside of Bobby B's house. They were in full action early in the morning. Thank you, thank you. Anyone else before we move on? This is beautiful.
Hey, Ebony.
Hey.
This is Carmelita. Following up on the call on music, it's hearing that music with my first love.
Oh my. Oh, beautiful.
Particular song.
Yes. Thank you, Carmelita. All right. Thank y'all. So we're going to keep moving forward. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. So advancing forward, being joyful. And you've already started to express how you've already started to share how you express or experience joy. And so do you want to add anything else? What is one of the experiences of joy that you've had that you would like to share in the chat box? But we've already started doing that. So I definitely would love to continue getting those responses as they come forward. And if there's more, please add to that. We're going to keep moving because you've already started to share so beautifully. But is there anything else that someone wants to say?
This is Kathy.
Yes, please.
Oh, sorry. This is Kathy. I find that I can express or experience joy when I engage other people in just having fun or being funny. Never knew I had a sense of humor until I was in my mid-20s, and I love hearing people's laughter. To me, that's some of the most beautiful music and is so joyful.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Celeste. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Celeste.
Okay, I'm on my phone. We haven't defined joy, and I think joy means different things to different people. And I think of joy as being able to be happy even when things are not going well. And I think back over these past few months with the pandemic, and you know, my mother lives with me and she no longer goes to adult daycare. And sometimes I get down about that, but then I think, gee, she could be in a nursing home or assisted living, and I'd have to be one of those people standing on the sidewalk with a sign saying, "Mommy, I love you." So I have joy when most days we take a walk, and she'll be 96 next month, and she can still walk, and that gives me joy. She's still here, and that gives me joy. And that we've made it through these past 3 months, that gives me joy.
Yes.
This
Celeste,
is Bob and Jean.
Yes, please.
Yeah, we are experiencing joy because our children have somewhat quarantined themselves along with us, allowing us to still be close and connected with family. And I think that's a great sacrifice that they've made on our behalf. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else? This is great. Please come on in. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, we are going to move forward. We are going to move forward. So we want to give you an opportunity to write about joy or to continue to think about joy. What we have here is an opportunity to write a few lines about joy as a poem using images, sounds, or feelings. And I've written for you a little example called To Joy. Joy is a light-filled smile. The sun streaming through my window, the beauty of breath. So we want to give you a moment to write a few lines. You can pop them into the chat box or write them on your own paper. And for some of you where writing may not be it, but you might want to sketch a little image or a symbol of joy, please do so. Use your creativity as you see fit. I see some of you are sitting with loved ones, and if you want to just take a moment to talk about joy or continue to talk about joy, I see your beautiful faces. You can do that too. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to share some of your responses. I'm taking a few more seconds, then we'll listen. While we're waiting for folks to wrap up their joy poem, this picture here really represents joy to me. These are some of my friends and collaborators. We're doing a theater show in New York City. And in this moment, they are listening to a story that is about joy. And I thought just to put this into the slide to let you see some folks who, in my opinion, have a really good sense of joy. I really love all of these folks in this picture. So let's listen. We would love to hear your poems. You are unmuted. Thank you, Kathy. And we would love to hear your thoughts, your poems, or any descriptions of images that you have that maybe you sketched. So anyone want to share? Oh, I see some in the chat box. I'll read Celeste. Unless Celeste, you want to read yours, or can I read what you have here?
Oh, you can read it.
Okay. The scriptures tell us that joy comes in the morning. Thank you, Celeste. Anne says, joy is bubbling over with love even in sad times. Joy is deliciousness. Joy is a wiggle. Yeah, Anne, thank you. From Bob Martin, we have, dearest Joy, you've always been so generous with me and held me present to all the joys of life. I am forever grateful. B. Anyone else want to share? We have you unmuted if you'd like to offer something.
I think the previous speaker covered a lot of it. Joy.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else? Yeah. Okay. We have time for one more person. I want to make sure I'm not cutting anyone off.
You got me thinking, and this is Celeste again.
Yeah.
Joy is gratitude.
Thank you, Celeste. Okay. So we have come to the end of our creative care moment for the day. And I would like to just say thank you. As we know, this is a full moment in our history as human beings on this planet. And having a moment to just think about and consider the power and the beauty of joy for me is really enlivening. And so I like to ask that we take one more collective breath, honoring the power of joy, and then we will be done for the day. I invite us to inhale joy and exhale joy. Thank you for being here. I truly hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for sharing so generously. If you'd like to share your words or anything else with us, a photo, an image, a poem, please do so at info@timeslips.org. You're welcome to leave us a voicemail. We love to give voicemails. And the number again is 1-800-220-1822 extension 1. Until we see each other again next time, have a joyful, joyful day. Kathy, I'll send it back to you to close us out. Thank y'all.
Ebony, thank you so much. What a joyful time this morning just to hear and to see what brings all of you joy. As we continue these Thursday sessions, there's really just so much that we're gathering together and learning from. So from all of us at Dementia Inclusive Durham and Time Slips Creative Storytelling, thank you. It's such a joy to have you with us. We have 3 more of these. It's hard to believe that there's only 3 more. And we just want to encourage you that if you have anything additional to share with us, we would love to have you call us or email us. The number again is 1-800-220-1822, extension 1. Or you can email us at info@timeslips.org. So from all of us to all of you, it is with great joy that we've spent some time together this morning, and hopefully we will see all of you next week. Again, thanks.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.